Hey guys, Kurt from Time Machine Transport. Just want to do a video for you guys to show you how we did the lights on the back of the coffee wine bar. So first, what I did was I drilled a hole right here, and I started the lights here, and then the lights ran all the way down here, up, and then all the way back, and then up all the way. So what I did was, that's why I left these gaps here. I wasn't sure which side I was going to come up on. So anyways, I came up on that side. So exactly how this side is how the other side is, except they go up through the crack here. And I painted the back just so it would so you don't see the old oak, because this right here doesn't really look too good, but the black kind of looks cool. But anyways, on these lights, we ordered 32 feet, and I figured that would probably be enough, and it was just enough. The end of the roll ended up top, actually, so you can see I ran the lights right on this other side right there, and they go all the way down. I don't know if you can see inside that crack, but they ended right there. So it was a perfect amount of footage. And like I said, hey Sarah, I think my wife paid like 20 some bucks for these lights, and they're really bright. I showed you in the other video. But anyways, I wanted to show you how I'm doing the securement of the doors. First off, when you do these lights, run them like that. Don't crease them or you'll break the connection. Because if these get broke here, your whole light stream will be out. So don't fold them. And they had a double-sided sticky, so they stuck really nice. And I put them in there right after I painted, so they would adhere a little better. And they're super bright, which I love. But like I said, don't crease them. Run them on a half, just on a slight curve. And keep them plugged, or check them to make sure they work prior to you putting your backboards on. So these are already adhered. I just wanted to show you guys how I did that. So like I said, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 cross boards that we did. So all I'm doing here is, silicone is a great adherent, and this is what I do is, once you get it down in there, press on it and move it just a little bit, but make sure they're pressed. Hey. No, I'm okay. I should be down here in a few minutes. And like I said, silicone is a really good adherent. Oh, a stink bug. And I'm not measuring the gaps or anything. I don't know. I think it went down in the unit. I hope not. It'll come back out. Eventually it'll just die. All right. So once you get your boards in, oh, there he is right there. Let me see. Got a stink bug here. Oh, there you go. Now get him. All right. So like I said, once you get it in place, you gone. And these boards, some of them are pretty, well, I wouldn't say pretty warped, but they're warped, so you can't really get 100% gap on there, like evenly. There's just no way you can do that. So you guys. And obviously we're doing the gap because we want to see the light behind there. And that was the whole reason why we did the backlighting on it. This board does not want to cooperate. And that's it. So they're not evenly spaced. There's no way you're going to be able to do that because of the warping of the boards. And then I marked the bottoms here. So after the silicone sets overnight, I'm going to I'll fix those boards after the video. Oops.
Sorry.
Why would you do that? Anyways, my wife trying to help.
My bad.
So what I'll do is on the back side underneath, I will run some drywall screws, some coarse, just a few into the boards from the back side of the unit. So then they'll kind of adhere, or they'll secure the board a little better. But the silicone is just so we can get it to where we can stand it up to screw the backboards. And then when you can see where we cut all the nails. I didn't want to splinter the boards, so I cut them with a Sawzall. And then when I pulled the nails, I kept them because here's our shelf. I'm going to adhere the shelf, but I'm going to mark it and screw. I'm going to drill through the back side of the unit, and I'm going to run screws up into here, right into here, and into here to help support the shelf. And then I'll run silicone here. But then what we're going to do is we're going to drill into the bottom of these shelves, and we're going to do 3 nails. And then we're going to curve the nails. Obviously a little bit more drastic than that. And they're going to be our hooks for our coffee cups. So, but obviously this is not. So I'm just going to run. And I'm trying to use adhesive more than anything else because I don't want to split any woods. Even if you pre-drill stuff, it's a possibility you might actually split something. And then we have our legs done. So we want to see the roughness of each edge. And they're going to go on the bottom of the actual base. But I use silicone for this as well. And I only had 3 large wood clamps, so we only have 3 legs done right now. And we'll do the 4th tonight, or I'll do the 4th tomorrow. But like I said, use silicone. Because even if you pre-drill these and try to put a screw through them, you might actually, if you're going to go this route, you might split the board. So silicone is a great adhesive. Great adhesive. And we finally have our place just about back together, which is nice. But I want to show you guys the top. So the top turned out amazing. There are a couple little areas where air bubbles never released, but there's nothing we can do about it. You don't want, and like I said, I ran silicone on the inside bead all the way around the inside after I adhered it with carpenter's glue. But that's the final product. And then I have to figure out the hinge on, because we don't want an exposed hinge. That's why this door's not mounted. Because the old hinges were on the outside. I want them to be inside so we don't see them. And we already have new hardware, but it looks old and rusted, which is cool. But you can see that the unit, it looks a little odd on the floor, and that's obviously why we did the 7-inch legs, because it's going to pick that unit up off the floor. And then we're going to do the base. But my wife, so when she bought the pennants, you can see where we drilled through already, and they're not plug-in pennants, they're hardwire pennants. So we had an extra extension cord, and we're going to use that power. So we're going to do one final video after this one with everything done, even the refrigerator and everything. So those pennant lights, probably they have metal baskets on them, and you'll see them in the final video. So they'll probably hang down to about here, but I'm going to do the wire connection up top. And can you do me a favor? Can you grab me that wine glass in the cabinet? So I'm going to wire both of them together and then wire them to an extension cord, which are going to come down to the bottom here. We're going to mount a power strip on here for the coffee and the espresso machine. And then these lights that we put behind here have a dimmer switch on it. And I showed you that in the other video. But then we also hung, remember that large hole from the old light that was in there? Well, that's the only thing we could do for our wine glass holders. So when we cut those, and we used the board that we had, so our wine glasses are going to sit up in there nice and tight on both sides, and I left enough room so if you have a wine glass with a larger base, but this won't fall out. But we're going to put 2 glasses here and 2 glasses here. And that's pretty much it. So I wanted to do a video on how we did the back lights and obviously how we did the legs. So like I said, we're going to do one final video for what we're going to how the unit looks 100% with all the cool stuff we're going to put on it, and all the shelves, you know, adhered, and the refrigerator and whatnot in it. So this is pretty much it. If you guys have any questions, I got to hurry up and correct these boards for my silicone dries. But please like and subscribe to the channel. I hope this video finds you well. Ciao.